So Mark and Melissa Adams, we lived in this house a little less than 6 months.
We started looking for a home at the beginning of the year and decided it was time, with a growing family and children getting older, to have some different space, more space,
Right.
where it was a little bit more livable for a family of four and a dog.
So there were a couple things. First, it was finding a house. With the tight market, it was going to be really challenging. We thought, it was busy, it was early spring. And then the second was making sure we made the right decision and really finding the right price, negotiating a good deal, having all those elements that we wanted to meet, have met. And that's where, you, Steve, came in very, helpful with all of that, making sure we understood the market, what were the good offers, what else was out there, and, being able to really find ourselves in a position where we were comfortable with making an offer on, a significant purchase. And so again, that's really kind of what our biggest concerns were.
Right. I remember actually our very first conversation, because I think you said, if I can sell it for this, then we'll buy.
That is exactly right. It was an if-then statement.
It was an if-then.
It was conditional. We're not gonna make the move unless we could get what we wanted and find what we wanted. And you helped us do both.
After knowing Steve for decades, we knew that he was the right person to partner with on looking for a new home. We've had a great experience in the past with our previous purchase, and went directly to Steve knowing that he'd take great care of us and knew all of our questions, concerns, and what was our top priorities in what we were going to move into next. We've had a great experience from beginning to end. I feel like he always knows how to get the answers to the questions that we have along the way. He can be a great support with knowing our family so well and understands our true needs and wants. I think he balances both of those things very well. But also sets a clear expectation for us of what we need to do going in as buyers and sellers. So he's a very good communicator, has top-notch experts that he works with to make it a great experience.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely true. In addition to that, one of the things that Steve is great about is, whenever you're selling a house or buying a house, there's going to be issues, things that come up. And Steve doesn't ever make it your problem. He makes it the problem that can be solved by him with ideas and suggestions. And it really takes the burden off us to, find resolutions to anything that comes up. For an example, a story, we had a sewer issue when we were moving out of the house that we sold and thought it might be a city problem, but we weren't sure, and it was really kind of holding up the deal. And Steve kind of came to us and said, hey, I know somebody at the city, I can make a couple of phone calls. And within 2 days, we had it resolved. The city stepped in, admitted they needed to fix something, and it became a non-issue for our sale. And it really made a big difference for just the overall stress of the transaction.
Steve knows the market very well. Steve knows the area in which we were looking to sell and buy very well, and we knew we wanted to stay close. So he was able to, again, answer a lot of very quick questions for us, had a lot of industry knowledge, but also very specific to the area in which we've chosen to live and raise our family.
All right. And last question. If you had a friend or family member looking for Steve's services, what would you tell them?
No way. No, I'm kidding. I would, without hesitation, I would recommend Steve. Again, for all the reasons talked about, just his knowledge of the market, his willingness to advocate for you as a seller and or buyer, and just his approach with helping people through the process is really remarkable, and something that I value in whatever deal or transaction I'm involved with. It's really helpful to have somebody like that on your side and working on your behalf.
I would recommend Steve to anyone. We know he has industry knowledge, and he wants to have a personal relationship and a long-term relationship with people, so he takes great care of them. He's very, very good at communicating. He's quick to respond, and we never felt like we didn't know what was going on at any stage of the process. Again, he knows the areas, he knows the markets and the industry very well, so he's a great person to have on your side.